In this video, we will discuss strategies that you can use if you are experiencing difficulties with processing sensory information, which is impacting on engagement in everyday activities. As we have discussed before, strategies that work one day may not work on another day. Strategies are generally trial and error, and it is important to establish which works for you, your family, and the environment you are in. We need to be thinking, how can we make the sensory experience less overwhelming for you? In this video, we're going to focus on strategies that can support you to more easily manage your everyday tasks. First, we're going to discuss some strategies that can be calming and can support participation in everyday activities. As we have discussed already, deep touch pressure and heavy work activities or strong information to the muscles and joints, proprioception, is generally calming and organising. This type of activity can be used separately as calming strategies to prepare you for activities you find challenging. You can try the following calming strategies. Lean forward with your hands on the edge of the desk or table. Gently push as if to move the table or doing push-ups. Make sure the table is stable enough for you to do this. Hold a stress ball or foam ball in your hands and squeeze this tightly. Hairband on wrist or blue tack for a fidget. Push and pull heavy items. For example, mow the lawn, push a wheelbarrow of grass waste, rake the grass, sweep the paths. Enjoy leisure activities. For example, read a book, listen to music or an audiobook. Prepare a quiet space filled with things you find calming. Help in the kitchen, chopping boards, kneading bread or dough, mixing ingredients in a bowl. Go to the gym, run, cycle, yoga, Pilates, martial arts. Suck a smoothie or milkshake through a straw. The thinner the straw and thicker the liquid, the more sensory input this provides. Curly straws make this a more intense sensory input. Have chewy snacks which will provide strong sensory input around the mouth and jaw. Use resistance bands. Help with housework, hoovering, mopping, washing the car, baking, laundry, painting. We're now going to look at individual self-care activities that you may struggle with and provide you with some ideas to help you manage the activity more easily. We're going to start off by looking at dressing. There are a number of possible reasons why you might be struggling with dressing, and we often have to be a bit of a detective to establish why you find this challenging. Do you find the fabric too stiff or scratchy and therefore need to wear softer fabrics? Do you struggle with labels or seams, and so do you need labels to be cut out of your tops and socks to be turned inside out, or wear seam-free socks? Do you struggle with the smell of the laundry products, and do you need to consider fragrance-free varieties? Some people can find the feel of clothing uncomfortable next to their skin. You could try wearing a base layer under your clothing. This will provide a barrier between the clothing and the skin, and will also provide your body with consistent deep pressure, which you may find calming. Bathing and showering. If you find having a bath or shower challenging, consider the products you use. Are you struggling with the feel or the smell of the body wash? Do you need to consider fragrance-free or foam products instead? Are you finding the feel of the flannel or sponge uncomfortable? Do you dislike the feel of water on your head, in your ears or eyes? Could you wear goggles, earplugs or a headband? Now we are going to talk about toothbrushing. It may be beneficial to help prepare your mouth before teeth brushing. As well as deep pressure activities, you may benefit from specific oral exercises that can help to desensitize the mouth before brushing, such as chewing on something chewy beforehand. This could be eating a chewy bagel or snack, chewing on a wet flannel or sensory chew toys. You could massage your cheeks or feel vibration on your cheeks to help desensitize your mouth. If it is the taste of the toothpaste that you are particularly sensitive to, there are a range of different flavoured toothpaste that you may like to try, or you may even prefer a non-flavoured or non-foaming one. Ensure the toothpaste you choose has the correct amount of fluoride for your age. Alternative toothbrushes are available, including finger toothbrushes and gum massagers, so you can work your way up to a toothbrush. There are soft, medium, and firm toothbrushes, so you can try different ones to see which you prefer. Electric toothbrushes can be calming as they provide greater proprioceptive feedback to the mouth. Now we are going to talk about hair brushing. Some children find the way a hairbrush feels and sounds in their hair difficult to manage. You may wish to try a hair detangler product and try different hairbrushes to find one that you can tolerate. Maybe start with some deep pressure activities from the previous list to help regulate you. Then, place one hand on the top of your head whilst using the other hand to brush the lower ends of your hair, making your way up the hair. Nail cutting. Nail cutting is something some people find challenging. As discussed before, please use our deep pressure activity and carry out calming and regulating activities to help prepare yourself for this task. It may be helpful to apply pressure through the hands, nails and fingertips to help desensitize them beforehand. Activities that can help include playing with things like Play-Doh or Lego. Some people can be sensitive to the noise of nail clippers and you may need to look at other options. You may prefer to have your nails filed, to have them cut with scissors or use 360 nail clippers. Find out what works for you. It may be helpful to try nail cutting after a bath when your nails are softer, or have a pamper session, soaking hands in bubbly water beforehand and squeezing dry with a soft towel. Start by building up your tolerance to the task so you don't feel overwhelmed. Start with just one finger. Time limit the task. Use a countdown or visual timer so you know there is an end to the activity. Toileting. When considering toileting difficulties with using the toilet, it is important to make sure you don't have any bowel or bladder issues which may be having an impact on this. If you have any concerns, please speak to your GP. Are you sensitive to the feel of toilet paper? Would using moist tissue be preferable and provide you with greater feedback? Or do you need an increase in sensory feedback and toilet paper which is rougher? Consider the environment. Is there too much visual or audio stimulation which needs to be changed in order to support your participation in the activity? Could the lights be dimmed, or could you listen to some favourite music when sitting on the toilet? Is the feel of the toilet paper uncomfortable? Do you struggle with the smell of the toilet? Could you have a tissue or scarf with some essential oil or fragrance on? Do you struggle with the noise of the flush and the hand dryer? Could you use a separate toilet or avoid the toilet at busy times? We have separate videos for people who are experiencing difficulties with eating and drinking and bedtime and sleeping. Please refer to these for information relating to these areas. Next, we are going to discuss strategies to help support you in busy environments. These can be particularly challenging environments as all senses are stimulated. Fiddle toys are a good strategy. Explore different types and find some that work for you. Carry a rucksack with your belongings, snack and drink. The weight provided through your shoulders can have a calming and organising effect. If you like to listen to musical stories, wear headphones with these being played through. Consider wearing a cap or hat or have your hood up. Have a time limit to the time in the environment so that you know that there is an end to the activity. Consider using any of the proprioceptive calming ideas discussed earlier.